Hello my ducks, it's Simon here, welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So my holiday from work continues and I'm feeling creative. Well, as creative as I get. You'll have heard me mention many times before that I'm not an arty person, I'm not a crafty person. So anything I do is pretty basic, but you'll have seen from the title of the video, it's not necessarily about arts and crafts because it's about my travel altar, which I have here, and you've probably seen it before. It's in this little box. But what's happened is, it is so full that I need a bigger box because things just don't fit in properly. It's a beautiful box, and I've got plans for this box anyway. There's lots of things that I want to do with it. I've got some Sabbat goddesses, so 8 Sabbat goddesses that could go in here and be as part of my sacred space. So I've been looking for a box, and I went to The Works, which is one of our discount bookstores, and I saw this. Now I do have to, I hope this is fitting in shot. Yeah, so it's only very kind of cheap balsa wood, but the idea behind these boxes are that you paint them and you decorate them in some way. I do want to give credit to Celia from Barefoot Pagan, the Barefoot Pagan channel, because I discovered this box going to look for something else. On her channel, she showed that the Works have these little square cubes, which she's put all her crystals and things in. And I wondered if they'd be big enough for tarot decks. So I went to have a look, they weren't. But these boxes at the moment are on half price offer. So it was say £12 here, but it was actually £6. And in terms of a size comparison, I don't think I'll be able to fit that on camera to show you the size comparison. But you would probably get about 3 of these in there. This is a lot deeper and a lot bigger. So I should be able to fit things in nicer and put some cloths in there to keep things secure as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this box. I chose a purple paint. Again, the idea was from Celia, because Wilco's sell these little tester pots for £1.50. So I'm going to paint it in purple. I may leave it just as a purple box, or I've also got some stencils. In fact, I've got a stencil with a goddess, so I could put a goddess on there. We will see. And then I will come back and we will put some items into the altar. And I could perhaps even set it up just to give you a little demonstration like I have done before. But firstly, I need to give this a little bit of a makeover. Okay, so the first thing I obviously needed to do was to make sure I didn't get paint everywhere by laying down some paper. The paint I'm using here it's called Wizard. So I thought that was pretty cool, considering I love this shade of purple. It's a nice dark purple. What I did do, or realised that I had to do, was give it 2 coats, because as you can see, it is quite patchy. Even though I went over it again just here, once it dried quite patchy. So this is me doing the sides, being careful of the clasp, because it's terrible if you get paint on those clasps and it dries, because it becomes very difficult, very sticky and not easy to open. So as you can see here, it's very patchy and very streaky. So it's had another coat. And I'm really pleased with how it dries after the second coat. So this took about a tub and a half, but that's to do all of the exterior. And as you can see here, I'm also doing the interior of the box. So every inch of this box is having 2 coats of paint. This is the second coat going on for the sides of the box. Okay, so the stencil. Now, this was quite cheap. I think it was about £5. It's plastic, so it is reusable. It says that it washes off after use, but it doesn't. Maybe it's because of the enamel paint that I was using. In hindsight, if I was to do this again, I think I would use a paintbrush and enamel paint from a pot rather than a spray, because even though I cover the bottom here with tape, as you can see there, I didn't cover it properly. So yeah, I don't want that crescent moon. I just wanted the goddess and the moon cycles above her. So just using some Scotch tape. This is the enamel spray. It's from Hobbycraft. It goes on very, very quickly. And here comes the moment of truth. Peeling it back. This is speeded up, so I'm just allowing it to dry for a few minutes because it says it only takes a couple of minutes to dry. But I think I left it for about 5 minutes in total. And voila, a little bit fuzzy, a little bit blurry, but that's okay. So now I took it to the kitchen floor, put loads of newspaper down and gave it some spray. I wanted a shimmer to it and get those corners done. So, there's a crystal there. It hasn't turned out too bad. Little bit of smudging here. It does have this kind of hazy look, which I've never used a stencil before. They suggested a spray, but I suppose I could have used brush ink. But I just thought it'd be easy. I do have actually, it's furniture paint in gold, so I could have used that. Oh, I like the combination there, the purple and the gold. I did give it a little bit. I want the corners and things. Because this is hazy, I've also given it a spray, very lightly, of gold. It's come a little bit stronger in other parts, but at the sides I've also got little bursts of gold, and around the back you can't really see much there. It's got some little gold shimmers. But you know, for first attempt, it's not bad. I don't like this bit here. Obviously that's where the paper was, so I might try and blend it in a little bit more at the bottom and at the top, so it's got a bit like a gold frame. But anyway, it's dried nice. It did need 2 coats, as mentioned. Oh, try not to, that's the inside. Again, just some spurts of gold, and it's quite deep. So we're gonna have a look now at what we can put inside. I'll just get the old box. Still such a gorgeous box, but much smaller. And we'll take everything out and we'll have a look at what's staying, what's going, what needs to be added, that sort of thing. All right, so let's have a look. So we've got this cloth with these skulls on. I really like this. It does make a nice covering, but since this, I got this from Sandra, which is purple, which will go nice with the box. And it's of a hair. It reminds me of lunar moon hair. And whilst it's silver rather than gold, I still think it's really nice. So I think that might be nicer for a cloth to go over the top. So I think this is coming out and that's going in. I've got a couple of sets of beads. I think these were my original beads. These are tiger's eye, these are prayer beads. I like to hold them. I do chanting, but I don't tend to do chanting in front of my altar. It's just something that I do. These were a gift from B-Jam, and I really like these. These feel really, really nice, but I only want 1 set, so I think I'm going to keep these ones in. We've got Chalice Well water. I've used quite a bit of that now, so I've got supplies of Chalice Well water. So let's grab that, and then I can fill that up. So I've got a large bottle of Chalice Well water, which is from the Chalice Well at Glastonbury, for those who who may not be aware. I'll just top that one up. Okay. You have to make sure the lid is on tight. I can get more chalice well water when I go in October. So that's the water. I also have some room spray in Palo, Santo and Sage. This is a little dowsing crystal. It's tiny, but it's malachite, which is one of my favorite crystals. And I take this one because of its size, forgive the paint, the size of it, but also it is so responsive. As a dowsing crystal, it's fantastic, but it doesn't take up a lot of room, so that goes in there. I have some Palo Santo dupe cones. I have some sage. There's not much left of that sage, but I've got a big bag of sage in the spare room, so that can be replenished. I've also got some Florida water. I love Florida water. I use that for cleansing, so the space. So if I'm away and I go somewhere, I choose the space I'm going to set my altar up, and I'll cleanse it first with Florida water. Very different to, you know, the air purifier. What have I got in here? I think this is a candlestick. I love this. It's the it's midnight blue and it's got stars. There should be 2 of them because I have 2 candles. I've got a little bowl that I put the dupe cones in, which are those ones. So that can go on there for now. I think this is one of the deities. So I have a god and a goddess representation. It's both of them actually. This is the goddess. You will have seen these before when I've shown my mini altars, but isn't she gorgeous? A real beauty. I love the detail in her. Put all the flowers and really pretty. So that's the goddess. And then we have the god, also gorgeous, designed the same way. So the god and the goddess. I have some herbs mixed with crystals. There's a little jar in there with crystal tips in. There's a couple of jars actually. What we got here? Oh, this is my little chalice. So this is for my water offering. This was a handmade gift from James for a birthday present, which is one of my friends. Here we should have the candles. Yeah, so I've still got 2 that are unused, 2 that are partially used. I don't know why the black burns quicker. But again, like my main altar at home, I have a black candle and a white candle. In this pouch, I have a crystal. This one is Smoky Quartz. Gorgeous piece of Smoky Quartz. It looks like I'm wearing gold nail varnish. Let's leave that out. That's coming with. Here, this is fun. I love doing this. I love having a rummage. I've got a beautiful piece of petrified wood. I mean, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. It's rough one side, smooth the other. That's for grounding. This is heavy. I think this is my Buddha. My Buddha doesn't always come out, but sometimes, particularly if I want to do some chanting or something, then I will. So this is my Buddha. It's very heavy, that's the problem. And he opens up and there's a gorgeous piece of aqua aura quartz that I keep inside him. Make sure he's not trapped. And that's a magnetic closure. But beautiful, beautiful Buddha. And then I always have a notebook and a pen. I'm just realizing as well, there's no lighter in here. And that's because I think it leaked last time. I think it leaked or no, I had matches and they wouldn't strike. It was when I went away with Sandra. I have a Rider-Waite Tarot Mini, which is perfect. I have my mini Roots and Wings Oracle. As you can see here, love this deck. So that's a little mini Oracle. And then I also have a set of playing cards. They double up. If you're going away, you've got a game. If it's a rainy day and you're staying inside, you've got a game. But also, I read with playing cards too. So I can do readings with a playing card. And these are brilliant. The playing cards, they feel lovely, ever so light. It's the Provo from 1723. So that's, where have I put the box? Oh, just there. So that's what I've got in there now. I'm thinking of changing the candles. I can't find where that other little candle holder is. There should have been 2 of them, and replacing them with a couple of these, because I think these will last longer. They'll store quite nicely in the new box. So that's going in there. Okay, so, oh, I'm trying not to knock the camera here. Let's put things in that I want to go with me and ones that I don't. Now, I know I said I wasn't gonna take this cloth, but I am gonna take it just to protect things. So, and it could actually lay across the surface. If I go somewhere, even though I'll clean the surface down with Florida water, you know, the space might not be right. So I can at least use that as a base and then put the altar box on top. So that can go in there. Now that I have got a little bit more space, I can actually take some full-sized incense sticks rather than just rely on the dupe cones. And one of my favorites is the Palo by Tribal Soul. So I'm gonna pop that in there. And then of course, if I'm taking that, I'm gonna need an incense holder. This is an old one I've had for many, many years. Never gets used, it's just been in a cupboard. So that's quite a nice little holder to go in. Does it need to be in a bag? Possibly, we'll have a look as we go. Next, what do I need? No, so the candles that I mentioned. Now I've actually got a travel candle that I've not used and I've had it quite a while. So that is great for popping in and taking with you. But I also mentioned the 2 glass candles because I want one either side. Now this is where either good old kitchen roll for packing things or these bubble wrap bags come in really, really handy, because I can pop one inside. Actually, I might need something a bit, might have been better with kitchen roll. But for now, I'm gonna pop those into these little bags and pop them in there. I've also got a chakra set. Now, I am going to still take my crystal, my Smoky Quartz, but these little chakra sets are fab because they're in discs, so they're nice little palm stones. But you know, if I'm feeling a bit misaligned or I want to do some meditation and I want to work on particular chakras, then I've got the Chakra Discs as well that I can take. So they're going to go in there. I don't need these at home. They can go with me in a travel altar because I've got stones that I use at home for chakra work. These are a handy little portable travel set. I need to put my notebook back in. That needs to be in there for sure, and the pen. The lighter situation. Now, I've got some of these, and the good thing about these is you can lock them. So when you lock them, they can't catch fire or anything like that. They still could leak, possibly, but I don't know if they would or not. any lighter could leak, any matches could set alight. So I'm going to wrap it in some kitchen roll so that it's at least protected, and that can go in there too. So I've got a lighter now. My decks, I thought about whether I wanted to take Oracle X, but I'm enjoying using Oracle X as it is, so I don't really want to do that. So, and the good thing about having the Roots and Wings is I have the full-sized version anyway here at home, so it's almost like a backup. So whereas if I put Oracle X in, it's in this box, and I'd have to keep getting it out when I wanted to work with it. Rider Weight, you can't go wrong with a Rider Weight. It's the ones that I read with all the time. So plaid backs, quite sturdy cardstock. If anything happened to it, it's easily replaceable. You can get mini RWSs quite easily. So my 3 decks are there, Playing Card, Oracle and Tarot. Now, offering bowls. These were on my altar. They're made out of soapstone. They're beautiful. But if you remember a few weeks ago, I showed you that one that was I got from a charity shop that had a single handle. They're on there at the minute. So these are ideal for going into the travel altar. I'm going to pop them. I am going to put them in one, but fold it over like that, so it's in one bubble wrap bag. We're doing okay for space. So the bowls that are for offering, one is for water, so I don't need my chalice cup, although this is a perfect little travel, but I can use it. And the other one is for things like herbs or any sort of dried fruits and things like that. So I suppose I ought to put that inside. Where did I put that? I've got a lighter here, but that lighter's empty. Where did I put the dried herbs? Have I already put them in the box? I'm having one of those moments where I've just, oh, here it is. There it is. So a nice, these blends I get from Sons of Asgard at Glastonbury. So that's going in there. I've got my grounding stone that I want to go in. So that's going in. You just build it up, you know, it's nice and compact. Things won't move around too much. My beads that I already mentioned, they need to go inside a pouch of some sort. They can go in here, little pouch. And then we can easily just tie that up. Okay, so they're in there. I suppose I want to put my God and Goddess in last because they're quite delicate. I don't know, I'm not going to take them. I'm not going to take those little candles because I've got the travel candle and I've got the 2 jar candles. Do I want to take my Buddha? I think I do. Okay, let's take the Buddha. We will take him. So I'm going to wrap him in bubble wrap, and then I've got this black cloth. So he's going in there. I've got this little flower. You have to have a little flower on your altars, don't you? Now, what was this? Now this is, yeah, that's just one, and I don't know what's happened to the second one because there was 2. But it leaves me with this extra bag. This was from Robin, actually, a gift from Robin at Toadstool Tarot. I've got my little dowsing crystal that needs to go in. I need the chalice well water, perfect for chalice well water for one of the offerings. I don't want to get that flower damaged, so I'll do sit there. Okay, what's left? So we've got the sage. I really ought to fill that up, but that will do enough for at least the next trip. So sage and sage bowl go together in there like that. And then I've got Palo Santo spray. Now that is missing the cap. So that needs to be wrapped up. So I'm going to use kitchen roll for that. Just in case anything leaks out, the kitchen roll will absorb it rather than other things in the box absorbing it. Okay, so that's nice and neat. Got some more little herbs there that kind of keeps the box smelling really nice. Same here with the Florida water. We'll use some kitchen roll. And you can get lots of different cloths and things, and I could probably dig out a load of cloths actually, but I always check this before I go away anyway, just to make sure everything's okay. We'll put some dupe cones in, can't hurt having them. And then it's the god and the goddess. Okay, so for some reason I've only got one bag, so they do need to be protected, so bear with. Okay, I actually found a couple of bags. I'm just knocked my goddess over. So what I'm going to do with these is wrap them in kitchen roll and then put them in a bag, just so that they're super protected. Like that. Okay. And same again for him, particularly because he has antlers as well. I don't want them to break. Oh, they're the dongings of the clock. It's 4 p.m. Okay, so the only other thing to go in is my crystal, which I'm going to wrap here, and then that can go inside that bag. And there we have it. The only things left is I've got this cloth from Kelly Bear, which has the flying skull on one side, got a bit of fluff there, and that on the other, and that will sit in front of the altar to put things like the offering bowls and that sort of thing on. And then I have the cloth from Sandra, which will go over the top. And look at that, that is perfect. I'm probably going to hit the camera again. And there we are, fits beautifully, everything's snug. And yeah, that's it guys. So let me know your thoughts. Do you have a travel altar? What sort of things do you pop in it? I'd be interested to hear in. Just noticed a little smudge there, probably have to touch that up with purple paint. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll insert a photograph now with it all assembled so you can at least see what it looks like when I've got everything set up. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.